reaching farther than anyone else. This is what Red Matter 2 developer Vertical Report have done with this PSVR2 wonderful game that is a showcase of how good PSVR2 can be. This is me Mahalawi and this is my review. After spending around 10 hours in the game, I will try to make it spoil free as much as I can. I think I'm almost done with the main story, but keep in mind that I stopped many times along the way, playing with smart gauges and wonderfully planned mechanisms that a speedrun player can skip and finish the game way faster than me. So what is Red Matter 2 gameplay really about, and what do you expect to do mostly during this game? I would break the game mainly to 4 different sections, with my some personal estimations around the percentages. The biggest part of the game is puzzle solving. As per developer, Red Matter 2 is an immersive puzzle adventure game that will transport you to the far reaches of space in a Cold War setting. And I found this to be correct. You will be spending a lot of your time scanning objects, reading notes, solving some creative and uniquely crafted puzzles. These puzzles are so fulfilling and interesting, but they differ in difficulty, with some are harder than others, but the majority are really easy. I estimated that around 50% of my time in the game is on puzzle solving. The second portion of the game is about exploring. You will need to master the jetpack, which is very close to how real jetpack work. You use it a lot to navigate your way around, and you will explore different space stations. They mostly look the same from inside, but you do sometimes travel between preset locations in our solar system, and you can walk sometimes in outside surface of the planets, and these small sections of these travels are really wonderful. The views when you land to a new planet are mind-blowing and best I saw in VR ever. You will need to have some good sense of direction awareness, or you may get lost sometimes. I estimated 30% of my time in game is in exploring and searching for the next place and next clue. Third component of the game is about stealth. The game has some stealth component. When you will need to make your way undetected, you will have to crunch the time your movement, use objects and surrounding to avoid detection. This is when I think I died the most in the game, as the game only supported checkpoint save. So if you die, you repeat from the last checkpoint, and I estimated around 20% of my time on stealth. Stealth is being reduced a lot in the second half of the game and being mostly replaced by combat. Combat is the last gameplay style you do inside Red Matter 2. It's fun. I played mostly in medium difficulty. It seems pretty easy. I plan to do another run when I finish the game to make it maybe max difficulty to see if it's more challenging. But the time spent on combat is very limited, so compared to other aspects of the gameplay, I would say maybe 10% or less of your time in game will be spent on combat. It increased, as I mentioned, in the second half of the game. My total gameplay score for Red Matter 2 on PSVR2 is 8 out of 10. Due to the variety of the activities you do, this is subjectively so, depending on what type of games you are into. If you are a puzzle guy, then you may bump this score a lot. But again, this is varying depending on your personal preference. Okay, graphics. So let's just get this thing out. This is the best graphics I have seen in PSVR2 or any VR so far. The clarity and the 4K resolution with HDR is just wonderful. The scale of the outdoor environments is crazy and enormous. It's crisp, clear, it's very detailed, even when looking from very far. Every time in the game I have a chance to peek outside, I spend a couple of minutes just looking to the space and the siltless objects around me. It's breathtaking. Indoor, everything is sharp, it's crystal clear with simple and clean and nice controls and interface. There are just moments in this game when I just can't move from how beautiful and amazing it is. The immersion is just crazy. The graphics score is 10 out of 10. In my 10 hours in the game, I only maybe had one single frame rate drop. As always, PS5 plus PSVR2 are horse power monsters when it comes to performance. The games run smooth even in big open environments or intense combat scenes. Performance score 10 out of 10. Story. The game have an interesting story and everything you do is part of the story. It's a preset story, so you obviously can't change the outcome. There is no choices to take, but it's a very well written story with some twists. I reduce the overall story score compared to graphics and performance because in VR it's all about immersion. So the story score is just kept to 5 and I give it 4 out of 5. If we speak about additional features for PSVR, immersion features and music and stuff like this game utilizes the haptics and adaptive triggers very accurately. I'm not sure if it uses eye tracking, but the headset trembling is wonderful and natural. The haptics and the adaptive triggers in combat scenes, in takeoff, in train movement, ships takeoff or landing, it's amazing and adding to the immersion. The game use the 3D audio in a noticeable better way than most of the other PSVR2 games. The music is mostly sets the tone for being in space and alone. It's subtle but it's nice and it's very clear. So I give the overall additional immersion features 4 out of 5.
See? Told you it'd be a piece of cake.
That's gotta be Stas' shuttle.
It is, yes. The ship is still broadcasting the distress signal.
So let's recap. Total score. So first let's start with the gameplay score. As we mentioned, a variety of gameplay styles suits different kind of players, and it's very well developed. So gameplay score 8 out of 10. Graphics, best graphics in a VR game, PSVR2 or non-PSVR2, graphics score is 10 out of 10. Performance, no frame rate drops, the games run smooth on 120 Hz with no bugs or issue whatsoever, 10 out of 10. Story, nice story with twists and turns and very well written, 4 out of 5. And PSVR2 additional immersion features like haptics utilizations, 3D audio, headset rumbling, 4 out of 5. Total score 36 out of 40, which is 9 out of 10, which is a great, pretty much one of the best games, sci-fi games we have available in VR ever if you are in a space and sci-fi game. With a game price that is less than $30, I think it's a must buy and well worth the money. That's it. Thank you all for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my tiny channel and to like this video if you liked my review.